And welcome back to the June Low Ink. We are in round 2 of Swiss. We're going to be bringing you the Kensa clan. Oh, actually, no, we're not doing Kensa clan. We are doing Geek Squids, who we are not going to refer to as Geek Squad on accident. So I'm just going to call them the Geeks. Taking on Inkfini3. The Geeks are a Div 6 team. Inkfini3 is a Div 7 team that made the playoffs. So, on paper, this should be a pretty even-ish matchup. Unless it's not.
Mm-hmm. I've definitely seen Geek Squids in League several times. Hello, Geek Squids. And Inkfini3. It's nice to see them again as well. I'm looking forward to this set a lot. And see what comes out. And we see first game's Clan Blitz Manta. This is actually a pretty decent map mode, where your pathways in are you've got through deck, you've got through street, and you've got over jump.
Yes, there's a variety of different ways. You could even go a deep flank through left. So there's a variety of different ways to get to the basket here, which is tucked away in an awkward spot. Behind a bunch of walls and whatnot, but still a fun map overall. Both of these teams, I believe. Let's see how they did in round 1. The Geeks lost to Pure Divinity 2-1, and Inkfini3, I assume, lost as well, since Swiss Stage tries to do their best to match you up with teams that are in the same record as you. Yes, Inkfini3 lost to, oh god, Cephaloparty. Where do you guys come up with your names for these teams? Come on. So anyways, we're going to be moving on
brainstorm.
to Clan Blitz. We see an Inkbrush and a Carbon Deco coming out for the side of the Geeks. And, Clapples.
Clapples.
For Inkfini3. So a very short-range comp for the side of the Geeks. But we do see a remix versus remix battle going on from both backliners.
Geek Squids almost look like they're lacking a bit of paint compared to that Junior and Dapples, because I know Dapples can apply some paint here and there. But we'll see what happens and see how well the brush can maneuver around and the carbon, how well they can work together, shark around, see if they get the fix they need. It's definitely going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, it looks like the Clapples here almost got away with a sneaky flank. Splashdown getting caught on the grates, unfortunately, and that's going to allow the Splashdown to get canceled. Actually, it didn't get canceled, but didn't make any kind of progress. As we see the Geeks rolling their way into the base, so we are going to see a jump here, which is...
very heavily guarded.
He didn't score? He did. Okay. they did. And taking three players down in the process, so the Geeks are going to be able to get a pretty serious score here in the first minute.
That successful booyah that he managed to get off really helped succeed this push right here. It took them out of the way, it cleared them away from the basket, and just allowed them to get all the way down to 39 here.
I was confused why they didn't score with a jump, but what he did was a jumping booyah bomb. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Usually people throw the clam, but he got the special down before he threw the clam.
I've heard of a jumping splashdown before, obviously, but a jumping booyah bomb? Interesting. As you see, Inkfini3 now in a bit of a hole with about 3:15 left to go here. Building up specials, but outside of the remix, they're having a difficult time getting picks.
They are having a hard time getting picks. As we see the remix go down there. And the Inkjet's coming in. Oh my goodness. They are getting collapsed on at the moment. One's getting down by, it's a lot of 2v1s.
The clan economy in control of the Geeks, as they also have control of mid here. Looking to get another push going. They do have Baller as well as Chicken Bomb Rush coming out from the Carbon Deco Roller, who...
in goes the Baller.
Yes, they're in there.
It does get shredded. Oh, the Booyah coming in to help save.
So the Geeks are able to score again and get through the penalty points. I don't think Inkfini3 realizes that the brush was on their deep right side of the base. And there's the brush right there, hopping in mid, getting the trade on the remix.
Yeah, no, definitely you can see the sneaky brush. It's definitely something to watch for. Continuous map checks will help with that because you can see the line of the ink brush.
Yes, Inkfini3 down by 71 points. However, have a lot of clams in their possession, and with 2 players down for the side of the Geeks, a Booyah Bomb coming out. Inkfini3 is going to have a opportunity to make a push here, as you see them coming in from multiple different angles. If they can get a pick on this roller, they do not. The Carbon Deco able to stuff out the power clam there, and so that should be the end of the push for Inkfini3, who had an opportunity to get something going.
Definitely looks like it got shut down there. Good defense on Geek Squid there, getting those 2 down. It was unfortunate that Inkfini3 couldn't get that pick there, because if they could have got that pick, I'm pretty sure they would have scored.
Definitely, and they had a lot of power clams, but they're looking to do it yet again with not as many power clams as they did last time. However, if they can get a few picks here and get control of the street, as you see Pinstar able to get a nice pick there. So 2 players down for the side of the Geeks. And once again, a lot of power clams, but they're having a difficult time getting past this bunker and into the street of the Geek Squids.
The Geek Squid's remix is doing a really good job controlling the bunker and street, because you could see it was getting a lot of the picks off using its range to get the ones that were coming through street, using its point sensor to spot them out as well. So definitely keeping the control and looking like a threat here.
Kid Crow in a great position right there. That is a scary thing to see when the enemy's backliner is up on your bunker wall, is able to mow down, especially with the huge range advantage they have. It's interesting, both remixes, with the shorter range comps that both teams are bringing out, the remixes are top fragging currently for both teams.
They are. This is, if the backlines get the high ground, they can definitely block the way for all the other short ranges down below.
So here we go.
They're the lookouts.
We've reached overtime. Inkfini3 with a power clam and a jumping splashdown here. They are able to score. Can they get the second power clam in? They do, and they do have some clams to work with if they can space out this overtime a little bit. A nice pick with the Booyah Bomb. They only got 45 remaining. They've officially run out of clams, but clams have spawned up there. If the K-Pro can get a pick here, they try to get a trade. Just one more clam will take lead. I can't see anybody who's close enough. You see Pinstar's coming in there. He does. I don't know if they have the clam or not. But one of them
doesn't look like he has a clam.
Wow.
Oh my god.
So they were in position, but the player that was closest to the basket didn't have the clam. So they lose by 1 point. What a great push by Inkfini3.
That was
Geek Squid.
Great comeback. Yes, that Booyah Bomb picked off that big threat Splatling there, and that's what I believe helped them go. And then they got their picks. Had the clams. It was just really unfortunate that the Dapples there didn't have a clam with them as they were going around trying to keep control of the court area. But oh my goodness, that was an amazing pushback. You should be proud of that, Inkfini3. Very proud.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate for Geeks, the Geeks having those clams that spawned right at the basket as soon as Inkfini3 scored. However, it's just not enough clams in the end there to overcome the huge deficit that the Geeks had put on them in the beginning. So, Geek Squid up 1-0 as we head into Game 2, which is going to be tower control at the Reef.
Do you think comps are going to change much? I'm thinking maybe the brush and the carbon might change, but I mean, I can still see them doing it. It worked for clams, but depends on if they're going more aggressive, I guess.
If you were the anchor for both teams, I think you're going to stick with the remix here.
Yeah, I think they're going to keep the remix.
You feel like, okay, I basically top fragged for my team. I'm going to just stick with this. A remix can be good for tower control. A Booyah Bomb is virtually unbeatable as far as a get off the tower special. So
it won't surprise me if one of them does bring a vanilla Spotling either, because Ray can be good. You can see some teams doing Booyah and Ray just to definitely keep off from the tower or do push or defense. It works either way. So I'm curious to see what they're going to bring out, because they aren't readied up as quick as the last set we watched were.
Yeah,
so I'm thinking we're going to see some different stuff come out this match.
Yeah, with 1 second left to go before being forced to ready up, Geek Squid's only had one player ready. And that could have been just them kind of going over the comp, their game plan that they wanted to pull up here. So here we go, game 2. What kind of shenanigans are we going to see here? The Carbon Deco's coming back out at a more meta-ish comp coming out from Inkfini3 with the K-Shot Pro, Junior, and Remix there.
The Tri Slosher. Ooh, that'll be a fun one.
It's interesting doing the Carbon with the Nautilus. Both of those weapons by themselves are pretty good if they have good weapons to kind of complement them. But that Tri is going to have to do a lot of painting for Geek Squids so that their Slayers have an opportunity to move around and get the picks they need to do. As we do see the Nautilus getting the picks they need. So Geek Squids with an opening opportunity here. If Darius, the K Pro, can find a way to get a pick on the tower, and it looks like there is a trade there. So, but the first checkpoint will go to Geek Squids.
Inkfini3 have to be a little cautious now to figure out where that Carbon is, and they did find the Carbon. And they did get 2 picks. Just to say that they find the people they need to, but the Tri coming in pretty hard, trying to get these people down. Ooh, got before the armor came up.
Yeah, so Inkfini3 able to stall the push. However, the checkpoint is claimed by Geek Squids. Tower control is all about having more checkpoints knocked out than the other team. If the score is even, it doesn't necessarily matter, especially in this early going. It just matters who has more checkpoints to go through than the other team. As we reach about 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here, Inkfini3 trying to get some map control, especially now that the Remix is down for the Geeks. And you see the Remix here starting to push up, saying, you know what, if I'm going to get the most kills, I'm going to get myself in position to
yes, this
get even more.
Remix is playing really aggressive, but I mean, it's working out for them. They just have to keep an eye on if anyone decides to come around from behind, which one does right here, but does pick them off.
That is the issue with your anchor being pushed up. They can't do their normal role of checking for flanks there. That ended up costing Inkfini3. However, they are able to get past the first checkpoint, so we're basically tied here as we reach the halfway point as Geek Squids are building up.
It's again a 1 point difference. A 1 point difference again. Oh, nice pick by the Inkjet there, and here comes the chicken bombs.
Yes, the Geek Squids are going to get to the second checkpoint. You see Ruby with the Carbon Deco here trying to keep players away from the tower, and will do so just long enough for the second checkpoint to be cleared. However, it does go down. But we do see the Tri-Slosher for the side of Geek Squids doing a lot of work here, already with 12 KA.
The Tri's definitely, as I'm going to put it, getting up in their faces.
And actually,
that's what a Tri should be doing.
5 armors already. Borderline averaging roughly an 8 or 9 armor game for the Tri-Slosher. So again, I said the Tri-Slosher needed to get the paint down for everyone to be effective, and they appear to be doing just that.
They are, and here you see the Tri and the Carbon trying to work together here. I think they got pushed back a bit by the bombs. Booyah coming out. And some specials. Ooh.
Kid
Was
Row.
that
Getting pincered there by Inkfini3. You see me here trying to get another pick, but it ends up getting a trade. So Geek Squid's in control of the map. However, the tower is moving away there. Very nice pick by Darius, who is now trying to get into position to keep this tower safe as it goes through the second checkpoint. If they're able to get past this, Darius goes down in the alley. Oh, they're so close to getting past the checkpoint, but Geek Squids are just surrounding the tower at this point. Inkfini3 is not going to have an opportunity to do so. However, with about 50 seconds left to go, there's still enough time here for another push to come out.
the defense positioning of Geek Squid there looked amazing, because you had one on bridge, you had the remix up there and close, and you had two watching the ramp. It's just, you had ink coming from every direction. It's like a great thing you want to see for a defense in that area right there.
Teams trading booyah bombs here. Geek Squid's desperately trying to hold control of this second checkpoint, not wanting Inkfini3 to get past it. And with 3 players alive, make that 2 now for the side of Inkfini3. They're going to have a very difficult time as time is running out. 10 seconds left to go. Darius basically in a 1v4 situation here. I don't even know if they're going to be able to get back to the tower.
Yeah, it'll be absolutely insane if they can get back to the tower. Nope. It's blocked off.
So
But holy smokes.
Geek Squid's winning the second game of this play all 3. Both games being very competitive here from both teams. However, Geek Squid's able to pull off on top. What is that? What is that headgear that dude's wearing? I've never seen that. Is that like a ninjala thing or something? Did you see that?
It is an amiibo piece.
When
It
did
is
that come out?
a long time ago.
Oh wow. Okay, never mind. Anyways.
It is an amiibo piece, and it gives like it is a ninja set. But you're thinking about alternative Splatoon here. We're talking about original base here.
We're going to be talking about Anchovy Games Rainmaker. And once again, even though Geek Squid has won the set, there's still a lot to play here. And it's also worth noting, now Inkfini3 is down 0-3, or 0-2 as far as sets go. There are still brackets to be fighting for that's not top cut. There is a beta cut and a gamma cut, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So even if it looks like it's going to be difficult for you to make top cut, and with 2 losses, I'm assuming it's going to be very difficult to make top cut, given the vast number of teams that there are. There are still things for everybody to be playing for.
It's only the second set.
Yes.
Anchovy Games Rainmaker. So here we might see a similar comp to what we seen in the Tower Reef match. There might be some more ranged weapons maybe coming out here, because I know a few people like to go more range on Anchovy, especially to get the snipe area cleared out. But again, a couple paths here. You have the rare useless path and going up the side. The rare useless path. I call it rare because you don't see too many people using it, but people have used it if it's the closest option.
We've named that route after one of our teammates who insists that we go that way, as a way to kind of mock that teammate, I guess. So here we go, Anchovy Games. We're seeing the Tri-Slosher coming back out, and a bathtub coming out to the side of Inkfini3, the Blob Obbler, along with the ballpoint. You know, the ballpoint got nerfed, and people have completely shied away from it. But it's nice to still see it in competitive play, because it does have its uses, and it's still a really good weapon. I think people are just kind of scared to use it since the nerf.
Yeah, they say it got, like, with slower and stuff. I mean, I can still see its uses. I know I'm particularly not a fan. But, I mean, it does have its uses depending on how you want to play it. Like, you can go, like what we saw last time when Mahir was aggressive with the remix. You can go aggressive with the ballpoint because you have the 2 options of long range and short range.
Yes, and that kind of suits the playstyle we've been seeing from, was this Mia? Here with the remix in the last game. So
call them 3 different names now.
Geek Squid's with a push here, able to get up the plat, but not too many points. However, with 2 players down, I believe one's just responsible. It's probably just this junior by themselves at this point, as Bowen trying to find an opportunity to get even more points here into what could be a winnable push. If they can land just down here with 41 remaining and that cloud could get out of the way, we could see what's going on.
The Rainmaker there that got shut down by 3 of them just got stuck in the middle by 3. So definitely good that they pushed the other members back and singled out the Rainmaker there. So now we see Infinity3 with the Rainmaker looking to go to the left side. But there's only 2 of them. Oh no, they went right.
There's a K-shot here, the last player alive for Infinity3. The Inkjet, obviously knowing where they are, is going to get swallowed up by yellow ink. So in the first 2 minutes, a good showing for Geek Squid. With 41 remaining, honestly, that is a score you could possibly win with here. It doesn't take too much for Infinity3 to get lead. They basically just have to get up the plat and then drop down to that pillow there. But it can be difficult to do, especially if Infinity3 can't find a way to get the splat charger off their plat.
There's still about, or like 2.5 minutes to go or so. Again, anything can happen in Rainmaker. Like, you can take it and it can just be done even when you're behind in an instant. But we'll see what they're doing here. Oh, nice pick on that charger.
Giving the splat charger a bath in a very unique way. With the jumping blob, so that will create an opportunity for Infinity3 to get control of mid there, and possibly set up a good push as we see.
He got another pick from over.
Bubbles getting blobbed very nicely at this point, and is now in position to pop the Rainmaker, which is obviously why they use that weapon to begin with. But we see the Inkjet coming out for Geek Squids, shutting down the bathtub and creating an opportunity for the Geek Squid to regain control here.
The T-Tech there has thrown 2 nice bombs there, one before the Inkjet and another one right there. It was a great roll to get those 2 picks. A 3 now, just popping off here, picking down the members of Infinity3 and keeping the corner controlled. But does have to back up here as we see the lobs are coming back out.
The Geek Squid's playing very passive here. They know they got the lead, and they know there's not a whole lot of time left. So they're just kind of looking to get a few picks here. They don't want to die and give up the game on just a bad 10 seconds. Of
coming from behind with the K-shot. Getting 2 picks there.
Oh, he did kind of flake around there.
He did. I didn't.
With the Stingray coming out here, but the fan lowering before the Rainmaker can get up there. Tri-Slosher guarding the plat area anyways. We see the ball point pushed up really far.
Really far.
But Darius here.
Oh my goodness.
A nice shot. A nice shot by Kid Crow.
That was a make or break moment.
If they land that jump down by the pillow, it'd be basically enough to get lead. Geek Squid's trying to get this Rainmaker off of the fan there. And the fan is raised in with more players left alive, but another
my goodness
kill by Kid Crow. Key kill by Kid Crow, who is keeping control of this lead. But now that they go down, there are an opportunity. That's that pillow. They don't do it.
The pressure being added here right now by Infinity3 is great. It is, again, another make or break moment, but for the other side, just Darius trying to get this barrier broke, but, they're gonna do it! Can they get lead?
They're not gonna get lead, and they're not gonna have time to pop it again, even with the power of the Blobobbler.
I can't believe it!
So 3 games going to Geek Squid, 2 of which come down to 1 point at overtime. A heartbreaking loss for Infinity3, but a nice gut check for the Geek Squids. What a match! What a set.
That was amazing. We saw the Charger there coming out with great defense, getting those snipes. Like if that one shot there when the Rainmaker was coming over fan was missed, they probably would have had lead there because I don't recall seeing anybody else nearby to take that Rainmaker out. But holy smokes, the defense there that was given, just and the pressure, it was oh my goodness.
Very entertaining set. So Geek Squids will advance to 1-1. Infinity3 advances to 0-2, but again, both teams still have a lot to play for in this tournament. And you and me are still undefeated, Debbie, because we went that whole time without calling them the Geek Squad on accident. So
win!
That's a win for us.
I still don't think we figured out how to pronounce if it's May or My, or cause I'm pretty sure we called them 3 different things that set for Infinity3. I apologize for not being able to get name right.
So we are going to take a break and work on our tongue twisters. key kill by Kid Crow. You are watching Low Ink.